Okay, we're back again. Now, if you watched our last video, we talked about Hard Justice, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were, well, you guys haven't seen Hard Justice, and why are you defending that piece of crap? It was garbage. Well, if you were watching our video, I just want to point out, if you actually were, then you would know we weren't talking about how good Hard Justice was. We were talking about, now even if it was bad, I don't see why they had to go bash a company and say it's going to die.
Yeah.
It's just for making one mistake.
We weren't necessarily defending Hard Justice, but we were defending the idea that they had one like average to bad pay-per-view, and then you guys are going all ape shit all over it. Oh my god! But enough of that.
Well, that's it. That's been already said.
And so while we're on the subject of the pay-per-views, watch SummerSlam. I thought it was a lot better than last year's.
Oh yeah, it was definitely better than last year's
Which
pay-per-view.
I just thought was a joke last year, and there were some matches I liked this year. Obviously, Batista and Khali was just retarded. Khali cannot be carried, and John Cena and Randy Orton. I actually liked it. They didn't hype it up the way I originally wanted them to.
Yeah. It probably could have been a lot better, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out.
I liked it. I thought that it was. They had good back and forth action. I liked the match overall. It just wasn't hyped up the way I wanted it to be, and the ending wasn't
too predictable at the ending when he.
It wasn't as. I don't know how to say it. It wasn't the ending I would have wanted in a match like that.
Yeah.
It could have been a little cooler than just Cena jumping up off the floor and picking him up over his shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's done that thing to people several times. It wasn't really.
Yeah, so it wasn't. It would have been nice to see a little bit, kind of more false finishes and kind of a little bit more, if he just kind of came out of nowhere and you just weren't expecting it. That would have been cool, but but still, it wasn't a bad match.
But, yeah, there were some matches there that I liked. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view. It wasn't one of their best, like SummerSlams or anything by far. We all know that. But it wasn't. It was a big improvement from last year's, and other than like. The Kane match, Kane's just a joke now. So.
Yeah, well, that's Kane, so.
Yeah, and and Booker and Triple H.
Well, I watched Booker and Triple H. It wasn't bad. It was just very, very sloppy, and Triple H's entrance took forever. He spent posing, on the turnbuckle.
He did.
Like for 5 or 6 minutes. It was like, wow, it took forever to get that match started.
Yeah, it did. And you were right, there's a little bit of ring rust there. And it was kind of sloppy, but overall, it was actually better than I thought his comeback match would be. I mean, he did dominate Booker.
Yeah.
It seemed like, but he didn't like dominate Booker. Like.
And I'll give Booker credit for busting out the Houston Hangover.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit for that.
We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since that move actually been shown. Okay, that's SummerSlam for you. So, moving on to this current week's news. If you're a wrestling fan who has been living under a rock, then you would know that there have been 10 superstars from the WWE suspended because of the drug policy.
With others on the list.
Now, in one of Isba's video about that, he said that they wouldn't be affected by it too badly because of storyline-wise, because Umaga was the Intercontinental Champion, and William Regal was the GM, and so on and so forth. But see, the thing is, business is business.
Yeah.
So, and as we can tell throughout the past 2 days, that wasn't this was a theory. It wasn't true. Because
they're being suspended. And
if you watch Raw tonight, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff like of this thing taking effect. For example, I'm going to spoil it right now for you. Umaga loses the Intercontinental Championship.
Yep.
I'm going to say Regal is going to look like he's injured.
Kennedy's not the Son anymore.
And Kennedy is no longer the Son.
Which sucks for Kennedy because this could have been his chance to be pushed.
Once again, he loses out of a push again.
Yeah, this is the second time now. First time it was that almost serious injury that turned out to be not serious. Then he just got screwed out of it.
So he got screwed out of the world
and now
title.
He's
now
doing
this.
Shit. Now he could have been pushed because we all know that usually whoever Vince McMahon gets behind gets pushed to the moon.
Yeah. So that means that means that the Son is going to be. He said they're going to do it next week. So that means that it's going to be somebody else, and whoever gets. The thing is whoever gets it is going to get pushed to the moon. But I'm going to be a little bit skeptic about that because right now it's up in the air. I mean, it could turn out to be not as good as we were thinking, but you know, I don't know that yet. So
it could be Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
It could be. It could be Snitsky, and if that's the case, and I just might. I don't know. Oh my God, yeah, that's Snitsky. I swear.
But this is a problem, and I honestly I don't feel sorry for Vince McMahon because I honestly think he deserves this. Because he does try and push everything out of the way,
Yeah,
and put everything off, and act like he doesn't have to put up with stuff. He can just ignore it.
Yeah.
Because he has money and power. I mean, he pushed
An
Benoit
ego the
aside.
size of. Well, it's a pretty fucking huge ego.
Yeah.
So.
He can't just erase his problems, and he doesn't
No.
understand that. He tried to erase Benoit, and months later, this drug thing.
Yeah, this happened. So that's obviously that didn't work.
Yeah. Before we get yelled at for saying that we don't feel bad for Vince McMahon, well, we don't feel bad for Vince McMahon.
No, we don't feel bad for Vince McMahon at all.
Superstars.
We feel bad for the superstars
Because some of them are losing pushes.
Yeah, they're gonna, you know, they might be in the more deep shit after this. They might not even get pushed like this way they did before. So I don't know.
But I think McMahon his shit's catching up to him. So.
Yeah, he's finally might be getting what's coming to him. So,
Yeah.
or maybe he just might buy his way out of it again. But from what I can tell, but like it or not, even if you agree with our opinion or don't, but you have to admit right now that WWE is into some deep shit right now.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
And Raw is in particular in deep shit because they just lost a bunch of after putting just about everybody on Raw.
Yeah.
They just lost all of that. So
Yeah.
they are going to be screwed out of it. I don't know, but
Expect one of their pay-per-views upcoming here to be pretty bad because they're not going to have half their good superstars.
yeah, and there's no way they're going to push. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they're probably going to push some of their minor talent, but I don't know how much it's going to work without. It might be a little too early for people to get pushed. So
There's one positive side to all this. Charlie Haas is in here. Shelton Benjamin
So
doesn't
Shelton
have to be
Benjamin-
gay anymore.
Hooray!
Thank God.
Oh, thank God.
That's the one positive thing. But anyway, I think we pretty much covered what we wanted to.
One more thing. Okay, I am not going to address the TNA fans of YouTube. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And people are going, oh, Brad, he's going to insult them for being idiots. Wrong. I'm going to tell them to say this. TNA fans, I want you, listen to me. I think it's now time, for, sorry. I think it's time for you guys to make your, you guys post a lot of stuff on, Bill and Doug and Peace Power and all this, but what is it I usually see? It's usually crowded with WWE fans going, oh, the Bill and Doug suck, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's time for you guys to help in this revolution. I think it's time for you guys to come out and, put more videos on.
You guys need to make a stand. I mean,
yeah, guys, we all need to make a stand here.
There's plenty of WWE videos out there supporting
Oh,
WWE.
yeah.
We know that already.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of Ring of Honor fans defending Ring of Honor. But there's, no TNA fans defending TNA. I mean, video-wise. You guys come on and comment, but comments don't mean a lot half the time.
Yeah.
People listen to the videos.
They're usually overshadowed by all the other WWE, responses and so on and so forth. So I think it's time now for you to go off and make, videos of your opinions or music videos or something to help TNA because
We know you're out there. You're
yeah.
You're just not doing a lot.
I think it will help a lot of people on YouTube. I think it will definitely help TNA. You guys would stand out and please just, state your opinions so that, we're not completely, crowded and surrounded by WWE fans always pointing out how much TNA sucks.
Yep.
So,
Make things more interesting.
yes.
Defend what you like. Start some shit.
Get your word out there.
All right.
Well, see ya.